So I'm doing it each new league. I have plenty of videos. Look here, free passives. Let's check this one. Free passives, free divines. Yeah, we put it here, free divines, and I craft it for how? Very cheap. Free divine, I just used Orb of Alchemy and Orb of Scouring, yeah? Let's see here, another one here, let's price check it, with 2 passives this time. 100 chaos. No, this I'll put in 90 so it sells faster. Hello my boys, good morning. I just arrived from the kitchen with the coffee ready, because today I want to show you my favorite league start crafting method that I do in order to make profit with cluster jewels. So in addition to mapping, you need to do crafting or item flipping in order to get rich in Path of Exile. So doing mapping alone, it's not enough. If you want to get really rich, you need to get used to a form of crafting. Yeah? And let's say you're new to the game, no problem. I will show you in this beautiful video a procedure that I do each new league start. I have plenty of videos about this, with large cluster jewels, with an easy method that you can follow. Yeah, so enough talking, let's jump into the bread, yeah? Good, so here are some cluster jewels that I found in my maps, because if you do delirium, you will drop cluster jewels, yeah? So I found delirium on stream, and here are the cluster jewels that I took. Now, my method is very easy to follow and lazy, but only works with large cluster jewels. So we will keep aside medium cluster jewels and small cluster jewels. We only gonna take out the large cluster jewels here. Good. And I will show you the process, what you need to do. Many is very profitable, as you will see. Yeah. So I bought a lot of expensive things. If you see here in my currency tab, I don't have a lot, just because it's league start and I bought these items are expensive. I invest them, you know. On league start, I don't leave my currency to stay. I always invest. Enough talking, let's go here to the menagerie. So you will pick up all the large cluster jewels that you found. You go into a menagerie or an open space. You make sure that you have a loot filter. Here I'm using the one from Neversinker. And you put very strict. So you go from level sync, you take all 7 strictness levels, I put very strict, yeah? And I will explain you why. You will identify everything that you have here. This is a lazy method, you don't need to have knowledge about cluster jewels, you will see. You can start dropping. So this is the first step, you will start dropping all the cluster jewels that you have, large cluster jewels, with very strict filter from Neversync. This will sort the ones that have value and the ones that will give more value, yeah? This is the idea. This is the elaborate sorting process. Yeah, so you drop everything here, and I will show you something at the end. Because I'm assuming a lot of you are new to the game and you still want to craft, you just do this method here. It's very easy. So this is the first step, and now you hold down Alt. You see there are multiple jewels on the ground, but now we're gonna pick only what's with orange, and with this white. Rest we ignore. Yeah, because we don't want to waste our time or to get something that is not expensive. We want to make real divines. And you will be surprised how many divines we're gonna make. Because this is a really good strategy. So all these jewels here will remain here. We will not craft them. Now let's go back inside the hideout. So this was the first process. Because you will have multiple large cluster jewels. You need to know on the spot what should we craft or not. Now there is another tip that I can give you. You will ignore ones that have spell damage. Yeah, because I crafted even in this league a bunch of them. This one with spell damage, we will not craft spell damage with my method. So let's check here. If you see spell damage, you put aside. Put aside, let's see. 1 second. Okay, look, this one again, spell damage, so you avoid spell damage for this craft. So after you have your jewels here, we're gonna start crafting. The cheapest method that you can do is with Orb of Alchemy and Orb of Scouring. Yeah, look how it works. You will scour the jewels that you have here, and at the end you'll put Orb of Alchemy. This is the cheapest one that you can do. Let's say you're poor. Let me explain what we do after. So you put Orb of Alchemy on everything, and now you check for 2 or 3 passives. 2 or 3 passives. For example here, 80 Chaos Orb. You can stop here. Actually, it's more than 80 Chaos because we have Chaos Resistance too. This is a good jewel. I can sell it easy for 100 Chaos. Let's put it here to enable this thing. I'm still working on the tabs. 100 Chaos for this jewel. Let's see another one. So you don't need to have knowledge for this game. You don't need to be good with cluster jewel. This method works for sucky boys that barely know the game. Yeah. So I'm doing it each new league. I have plenty of videos. Look here, free passives. Let's check this one. Free passives, free divines. Yeah, we put it here, free divines, and I craft it for how? Very cheap. Free divine, I just used Orb of Alchemy and Orb of Scouring. Yeah. Let's see here. Another one here. Let's price check it with 2 passives this time. 100 Chaos. No, this I'll put in 90 so it sells faster. Let's see. No. So you check only if you have 2 or 3 passives. Else you don't check. Yeah, so my method only with large cluster jewels, then you put Orb of Alchemy. And you repeat. And this is such a beautiful process. Everyone can follow it. Let's see this too, here. 40 chaos. You can even sell it for 40 chaos if you want, and you stop here if you have more cluster jewels. You don't need to go for, like me, for expensive things. Let's see. Yeah. So you can even use Orb of Binding. This is a tip. It's cheaper than Orb of Alchemy. So let's try Orb of Binding now. And we will scour everything. And we use Orb of Binding. This also works and it's cheaper than Orb of Alchemy. Same process, you know, elaborate process. Hey, you check here for, look here, let's check this one. 2 passes or 3. Yeah, you can sell 25, 30 if you're really poor, but I want to hit jackpots. I want to hit something expensive. No. You don't need to know the nodes. You just use Awaken PoE trade to price check. So the price checker will do all the work for you. 40 chaos, that one. Let's see this one. 45 chaos. Oh, I want to hit something really expensive. You can also use chaos orb, but this you can do it later because now it's league start. I'm assuming a lot of you cannot do with chaos orb, no problem. But I want to mention it, you know. Let's see. Let's see this one. No, it's cheap. No. This one we're gonna check it. 40 chaos. Again, I don't want 40 chaos. I'm looking just for very expensive things. Now, with another thing, the best thing that you can do. Look at this one, 100 chaos. Let's sell here 100 chaos. You see, you get it eventually. You just need the right combinations. The most expensive things that you can get when you get free passives. With synergy, it can be crazy expensive, like more than 10 divines. Here it's a thing that you can do. You can use the fortification station. And let me explain how to do it. For example, this cluster jewel has increased cold damage, the base. You can put Reforged Cold here. And you stop until you have 2 or 3 passives. So you click on this until you get 2 or 3 passives. Like this one. It's cheap, no problem, we continue. So this would be the best way to do it. Okay, this is 20, 30. No, I want something expensive. Let's try this one. This is better, 50, 60 chaos. Also because it has chaos resistance, the jewel, yeah, you can sell it 60 chaos and stop it here, yeah. Let's see this one. 1 divine. Look, 1 divine. With intelligence also, yeah, this is 1 divine. Let's put it here. Okay, so again, in addition to mapping, you want to do some sort of crafting or item flipping, else you will not be rich in Path of Exile. Yeah, take this tip from PoE guy. Yeah. And this crafting method is very lazy to follow. You know, everyone can do it, no matter how new is to the game. Yeah. On my channel there is a playlist actually with a lot of such cheap crafting methods that new players can do. You know, with little thinking, you don't think much. Let's take another one, lighting damage. The jewel base has lighting damage, you put Reforged lighting. Until you get 2, or look, I got 3. And now you price check it. Oh shit, why the fuck is this cheap? No problem, I will just sell it 45. Some bases are in lower demand, pretty much. You know, I'll put it 40 so it sells faster. Minions here, let's put physical. For minions you can put physical or attack, yeah, for Reforge. Look, I got 1 click, I got 3 points here, and now we're gonna check it. 40 chaos. And with chaos, I will just sell it, you know. When I get something with free passives, usually I sell it, even if it's 40 or 50. Good, let's see this one, 2-handed weapons, let's put physical Reforge. Okay, let's see with 2 nodes. You see 80 chaos, not bad. Now 3 nodes, and let's check it now. 1 divine, I made 1 divine here, we put it also with dexterity, which is great for melee. Yeah. Actually, this will sell faster. Let's put, I want to put them in a separate tab. I will put it here. 1 divine. And I need to get this out. Good. Let's take the next one. We have Chaos Demi. You put Reforged Chaos, yeah? Here. When you got the idea, this is important. The most important thing is that you need to farm Delirium in order to get these large cluster jewels. You can also buy them from the trade website. Now, if you buy them, I will highly encourage to buy cold-related cluster jewels. Wink, wink. So cold-related cluster jewels tend to be more expensive So I crafted a bunch of them. And if those ones tend to be more expensive, give more expensive results, you know. So you buy cluster jewels with cold. 30 kilos. Let's put it here. Let's see this one. 20 kilos. Check this one. Man, you understood the process. I don't need to continue. Do I need to continue? Hey, I don't need to continue. Because you understood it's very easy. Everyone can follow this thing. Look, 20 kilos. Yeah, and you stop. You sell this. This already I showed you. This is the process. Now, the biggest problem that you will have is finding cluster jewels, you know. Yeah, so you need to do Delirium in order to spawn cluster jewels with the Mirror of Delirium, yeah? Yeah, you can also buy them from the trade website, and there are also, for example, if you go on TFT Discord, there is a service when you pay other players to buy items for you, and you'll give them a fee for the service, you know? You find someone to buy the cluster jewels for you, yeah, and you will pay them at the end a fee. You can also do this if you're lazy, yeah, some players like to do this. Man, I need to drink my coffee. Good coffee, good times. My boys, you can see the cluster jewels being sold on stream, because today I will stream on Twitch again. I will farm simulacrums all day with Shrapnel Ballista. Yeah, so Shrapnel Ballista can farm simulacrums. Okay, my boys, enjoy the rest of the day. I hope you make money with this method, because it's very effective and well tested. Enjoy. Good luck.